Let's take a look at the free add-on called Import as Decal. Alright guys, how's it going? I hope you're doing very well. Now this is a pretty good add-on, to be honest. It is available for free. I'll leave the link in the description down below if you want to check it out. You're more than welcome. If you want to support the developer, highly recommend. And it's actually made by the same developer as Tools. There is an affiliation link down below if you want to check that out as well. But this is pretty good. Now personally, I actually own Decal Machine, but I really do like the simplicity of this. There's less faffing about, it just does the job. Nice and easy, and I'll give you a very quick tour in a second. But before I do begin, I'd like to shout out to ChuckCG. I've downloaded his free sci-fi decal collection, very nice. Now Gumroad is an absolute goldmine when it comes to things like this, so definitely worth browsing the website. So let's quickly jump into Blender and we'll take a quick look. Now, I'm using a cylinder here because I have a funny suspicion it uses shrink wrap, so we'll check it out. Now before we actually begin, what I recommend you do is you go into the add-on preferences and enable the decal directory. Essentially what you do is you appoint a directory with all your decals, and this means when we go into the item properties, you can see here we have a whole bunch of decals. Very nice. Now obviously the more images that you have, the longer the folder will take to load. So keep that in the back of your mind. Try and organise your decals as best as possible. One thing that I need to do is I need to select the object that I would like to apply the decal to, because obviously we're using a shrink wrap modifier, and we'll just randomly pick one. I like this one. Image as decal, you can see here, is trying its best to attach. And what we can do is we can move this forward like this. Let's quickly scale it in. Check that out. And that really is the basic of image as decal. Now one thing that I really do like about this is you can change things like the worn amount, so we can put this up a little bit. Start to get this little bit of damage. We can change the offset, stuff like this, contrast, roughness. We can even add things like scratches, so if I put the scratches up a little bit, check that out. Not bad at all. For a free add-on, you really can't grumble. And that is pretty much it. If we actually check out the modifier stack here, what it does is adds a subdivided cube, and we also have a shrink wrap modifier, so in theory we should be able to move this about nice and easily. Pretty good, to be honest. Now if we just want to import as an image decal, we do not need to select the object. We can just image as decal, and you can see here we can move it anywhere that we want, and it automatically adds things like transparency, stuff like this. And if you actually jump into the shading tab, you can see here we actually have a Decal Shader, and we can play around with some of these values. And if you really wanted, you could actually start to add your own nodes into scale, worn, stuff like this. Pretty good, pretty flexible, to be honest. Now another thing that you can actually do is you can go to the add menu, you can go to image and image as decal, and that'll just let you import a single image. Personally, I find using the decal browser pretty good, to be honest. Let's select this one and quickly add in another one. It's quite addictive, to be honest. Image as decal. Let's scale it down. So you can actually start to overlap decals and stuff like that, which is pretty good, to be honest. Let's add in a little bit of wear. Let's do a little bit of rotation. And that is pretty much image as decal. I need to go because my dog is barking in the background. Do me a favour guys, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Follow me on Twitter, I'm going to kill this dog. Anyway, take care.